Awesome. Well, I think we'll crack on, shall we? So,
the clapping.
Sadly, last time we lost the second part of the, well, I lost the second part of the video. So,
the rats had just finished their combat turn.
They had.
Me and Alanthea are killing rats right now.
You are squishing rats. So, basic rundown was that you went to Oldford, you met this lovely old lady called Ethel, who is part of the GDL. Well, she is kind of the GDL. And she told you that having Egg in Oldford was a bad idea and that she could offer him a haven whilst you're in Oldford. So at the moment, Egg is currently running around Ethel's basement with other goblins and having a great time. And Alanthea and Mercer went into Ethel's windmill to try and sort out her vermin problem. Also, Alanthea went to the Merchants Guild and got paid for Tom Trotter's safe return and discovered that you can get fighting training with the captain of the guard at the castle in Oldford. And that was kind of where we left it, guys. So I'm going to say that Alanthea and Mercer, you have defeated the rats.
Awesome.
They got any ducats?
Well,
in their tiny rat pockets.
We'll go from the rats do not have any ducats.
Oh,
okay.
Sadly. Whilst you're looking around the mill, you can see that there is kind of corn that has been chewed up a bit by the rats.
Vegetarian rats.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any Linda McCartney sausages?
No Linda McCartney sausages. No, there's
no.
no
The superior veggie sausage, though.
There's no well freezer in there or anything. It is just like lots of chewed grain sacks.
Okay.
What would you like to do, guys?
I would like. So have we had a proper look round in this windmill?
You have. There is a ladder up to a second floor, and the second floor is really just kind of access to the machinery up there. And the sails, you can see that they're coming through the wall. There's a big cog. Sorry?
You got up the ladder?
You have, and that's what you find up there. It is access to the cog that goes out to the sails. Other than that, there's nothing else. All of the grain is stored on the ground floor.
No trapdoors downstairs?
No, no trapdoors downstairs.
I suppose.
Sounds like a bit of a dead end.
Yeah. Yes. I think maybe go back to her house.
Heading back to see Ethel. Yeah.
And tell her that we've defeated the rats. Who was it that we saw running away from rats? Or somebody said, "Oh, she's got a vermin problem." Or was it just
there was nobody that said that. There was a guy being quite unpleasant to her in Oldford and kicking her about a bit.
Oh no, I thought it was something while
Beat
we
them
were.
up.
No, let's go back.
Do that, but then Charles started talking to her. And
I think Mercer and Charles, I think you might have a present for Ezra.
We do. We
Hello.
do.
Give me my present.
It's a GDL badge.
Cute.
Because we bought
I love
like
it. Thanks,
10
guys.
of them.
Yeah, you've got quite a few.
That's so cute.
You can give them out to lots of people. I'm presuming that Egg's wearing a GDL badge.
Yes, we were going to cross out Defence League, so it just said Goblin.
Goblin League. Just scratch
Goblin.
it. It's like the Justice League, but with goblins. Awesome. All right, so you head back and you see Ethel, and she thanks you profusely and said, "Oh, thank you so much, dears. You've been wonderful. I don't have much to give you, but please take a ration each, a day's worth of rations." So she'll give you that. And she also says, if you need a roof over your head, it's a bit basic here, but you don't need to pay in Aldford. You can always come here and sleep here. And I'm very happy to look after Egg for you.
Alanthea looks round with a slight look of disdain, but tries not to show it, but it's like that.
Okay.
And I'm just like, thank you!
I'm like, well, that's very kind, but
nice.
I really
Himbo.
already think that I need to get back to the golden
Gibbet.
Yeah. This evening. However, I'm sure my colleagues would love to stay with you.
Okay.
Colleagues.
Colleagues. Hey, you're a colleague now, Charles.
I didn't say my team.
Leveling up.
Oh, better. I should have said that. Oh.
So, what would you like to do, guys? It is now starting to get towards dusk.
Can I ask her how many goblins she's got down in her basement?
You can, yeah. She says currently she has 4 goblins down there and 5 with Egg.
Do goblins, are they all from the same tribe? Do they have same tribes?
She says that these ones are from a tribe. They're from a tribe south of the city, and they have been victimized by an orc pack.
Because I have a little concern that our Egg might be bullied for not being in the tribe.
Well, she reassures you and says, no, they're quite welcoming. They have themselves been bullied quite recently, and so they would rather add to their number than lose from their number.
Good. Else I'll bully them if they beat up on our goblin.
Oh, that's lovely, Alanthea.
Might be a goblin.
I'm looking very suspicious at Alanthea right now. Like,
I think you should offer him a GDL badge. Or
she already said she wouldn't wear one when we bought them.
No, I don't want to be affiliated with such groups.
I will beat up a goblin if it bullies my goblin. Also you. I don't care about goblins.
I don't care about goblins. It's my goblin. I care about goblins.
Clearly not, as not that long ago you were wearing a necklace of goblin ears.
Am I wearing it? Oh.
We gave it to get the money.
You gave it to the Squire Prolific.
So where are these orcs? And do people tend to pay for getting rid of orcs?
Yeah, they would do, dear. Yes, they would. You could certainly speak to the captain of guard, and if you were to capture any or kill any, I'm sure he would be interested. They are a nuisance.
Well, I believe I need to see him anyway, so perhaps we can do a trade of some orcs for some of his decided talents I've been told he has.
Yes. He can definitely help you with your fighting skills.
Okay. Anyone else have anything to say?
Kiana says, do you think we should be heading to the city now? We have a rendezvous.
We do.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Let's do the rendezvous.
And Charles says, yes, my love. Your brilliance outshines us all.
And she looks all simpering and sexy and goes, yes, it does.
My wife is a strong, independent woman. She does not simper.
She absolutely does. You see, you have...
However,
my wife does not simper.
Her as a companion, and Hagen has that as a companion.
Well, I know which one I'd rather have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ezra, we also learned the name.
Ezra has a sexy Minotaur.
Yeah, Bevere.
I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. Yes.
Bevere?
Yeah,
Bevere.
Bevere. We learned his name.
Yeah, Bat Bevere, Bat Minotaur.
Oh, heck. What even happened that night? I can't remember.
We were just like
Were we just talking around the
Left
fire?
Yeah,
I hope
and
I
then we
was just
left in the
flirting.
morning, and he wouldn't come with us because
Oh,
he
yes.
doesn't like going through the woods. But we said
What
see him on the way back.
Minotaurs?
I can't find my pencil.
Mhm.
He went as far as the edge of the woods, but then turned back. But he did say, he said if you're ever in that area, then you can always share his fire.
Yes.
Oh,
How cute.
what a nice guy.
Yeah, he was a bit of a dude.
Well, should we
Okay.
go back?
Awesome.
You heading back?
Yeah. Where have we got to meet this reprobate?
Right. So Kiana says, I can show you the way. And she leads you back through the... Let me just work it out. I'm trying to think which gate it was. So the gates around Oldford are pretty much the same. So she leads you back through the southern gate. And again, you can see that there are a couple of guards by the side in sort of scruffy armour. And as you walk into the city, she takes the first right. And as you're walking through the buildings there, you can see that the buildings are in quite a lot of disrepair. And she gets to the edge of an alleyway and she says, just wait here. And you see her disappear off into like a little courtyard area. And you can see that there's a quite a big building, but again, it is in pretty bad shape. You see a sort of skirt round it, hugging the shadows. And then you see it come back to the corner of the building and she just kind of gestures.
Yeah.
I am going to be very wary about this, and I am going to be as prepared as I possibly can be to kick the crap out of her and all her friends if they happen to jump on us.
Yeah, do we?
So how are you going to be prepared?
I am going to. I'm not going to make it obvious in the sense, other than having a hand on my on the sword that I got a hold of, and my hand on my staff. But I am going to be already just running through my mind the words to my current incantations and spells, which all of two. Yeah, well, I might. Can I cast my dragon scale on a sort of onward until
Yeah.
combat? Can I
Would you like to make a knowledge check to do that?
yes, if I had been prepared enough to put out my dice, which are here.
Anybody else?
Just bought a cool laptop box, not even laptop, but like a tablet box case, and it has all the dice underneath it. So when you lift the tablet up, there's holes for all these different sided dice inside it.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. Looks really cool. Right, knowledge check. Well, I would say that a 1 was a pass.
So would I, yeah. So as you kind of hear that, you can see that your skin has kind of formed these scales, and you kind of feel a lot more confident and a lot harder. Would anybody else like to do anything?
Nah, I'm good. Just walking in
Yeah. Just
or
walking.
sneaking in.
Yeah.
Try and copy her.
Charles?
Just
Charles goes,
following on.
I'm coming, my love. I'm coming.
So are you walking over to where Kiana is, or?
Can we do it?
Yeah,
via-
but with appropriate...
He sneaks around. We just stroll in like, "Ayo."
Okay, so as you reach Kiana's position, she says, they're not here yet, but I think if they see you guys, they might split. So I think you should conceal yourselves around. Okay, where we are,
Okay.
there's a lot of potential kind of spies. Ears have walls. No, walls have ears. Ears have walls.
Here's a wall.
They
Oh,
do.
it's-
Beautiful words have never been spoken.
I've got a new title for this video anyway. Ears have walls.
With a dice underneath it, just saying ears have walls.
Absolutely.
So I would like to go on a hunt for any spies in the shadows.
Okay.
I'm just going to slink off, if I can slink off. I'm not sure. She's not very good at slinking off. And try and slink off to see if she can, like, subtly see if there's anyone else in the shadows. In fact, I'd better do a perception test before I even set off, I guess.
I think, yeah, you could all make a perception check.
Okay.
You can all try.
Unless I roll a 1 again, I don't think it's going to be very likely, but we'll give it a go.
Where is my perception?
Oh, I passed the perception check.
I didn't pass.
I
Oh,
did
16. I don't really see
failed at that,
anything.
but I did still.
Mercer?
I did.
I failed.
I'm the best.
Okay, so
I'm the
Mercer,
best.
Alanthea, and Ezra, you can see that there are a lot of shadows.
Wow.
Great.
Charles, you notice that at the moment, those shadows are just shadows.
Awesome.
Very useful.
That's good news.
That is good news.
Should we go and find hiding spots? that we
Yeah,
can-
let's try and find hiding spots.
I think let's find ourselves somewhere where we can ambush them if they come in, and maybe not block our own exit as well. So
Just to
somewhere around.
give you a little idea, this kind of courtyard you're in at the moment, there's this big building. There's nowhere really that you could conceal yourself there. However, there are a number of smaller buildings around, and some of those buildings have some kind of crates and barrels around them.
What about
if
just
they're
in the shadows? The shadows themselves, how well
Shadow.
placed are they?
Depending on which way people are coming in, they could conceal you. But if somebody was to walk up behind you, they would definitely see you.
Is there like a balcony? Is it like a bit like a Tudor style thing where there's a sort of a balcony round on the first floor or anything?
Kind of Tudor style buildings. So like the first floor does jut out a little bit from the first floor,
And no
from the ground
walkway.
floor. I mean, there are walkways around, but there's no kind of, it's not like a Romeo and Juliet type balcony that you could.
Okay, but like, is there a window that's big enough for a person to fit out of?
Yeah, they're all currently shut up though. But there is the roof potentially.
Don't want to separate ourselves too much, do we? In case somebody.
Also, yeah, who has the tablet? Like, this is a shady deal for a tablet, right? Are we just going to give it to her and hide in... I don't know.
We should have
Shady
tablet
business.
made. That would have been brilliant. Cast one in clay.
All right, shall we crack on then, guys?
Do it. Do it.
So, you were debating about where you were going to hide, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I show you kind of what's there so you can make a decision of where you'd like to hide?
Surely you haven't drawn some sort of battle map when we don't know if we're going to.
Yes.
Well, I did chance it, Alanthea, yes. I thought maybe I could chance it. Please don't walk off the other way now. Be really annoyed if you do.
We decided it's not worth it. We're going to the pub.
Yeah. Later, see you. What's her name again? I can't even remember her name. Kiana. Yeah, you're on your own. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So that's that big building I was talking about.
There's like two buildings here. Which is which?
That's the big building, and then you've got smaller buildings around.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. Right. Okay.
Well, Kiana and you guys are currently over here, sort of stood around by these barrels, and she's telling you that the meeting point is over here.
And what else is down that where your finger is? Is that like a street down there, or is it?
Yeah, it's like an alleyway that goes down this way, and then there's more buildings down the end there. Which, can you just about make those out? A couple of buildings here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there's another building here. Barrels and boxes, more barrels and boxes here.
Is there a window in that building you just pointed to? So like
this one.
Yeah. We say that's west, midwest, or sort of due west. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
There's a window there, but it's kind of shuttered up.
And would we be able to hear stuff from that distance? If that's the meeting point, would we be able to hear what they were discussing?
Yeah, I think you would from there.
And also, how would we get on the roof of the big building?
Well, there's a number of options. Crawling up there on your own would be quite tricky, but you do have ropes and things.
Okay. What if we went inside it? Do you think we'd be able to get up into like a loft or whatever, and then like onto the roof?
You could try. What, the big building?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm thinking if we're above them, we can hear it, and they're less likely to spot us, aren't they, than if we're like dotted around, and then we're all together.
So tell me
If
how
we
you...
have to go into combat, we then have to jump off of the roof, and that could be.
Yeah. Or we could put those
Bad.
into martial combat. You know what I mean? Melee. Those who use melee could look out.
You mean me?
Okay. Yeah.
I need to be somewhere.
You could look out the window, whereas we could be on the top, because generally it's pretty rare for us not to use ranged weapons.
And I feel I also probably blend in around here a bit more than you and Charles do. And Ezra, to be fair, he's a priest.
I wouldn't like.
I was just planning to like put my hood up and like hide around a corner. So
Stunning plan, Mercer.
So I'm kind of thinking going into the big building and seeing what's going on. Are there two
Alright.
doors? Is there a front and a back door?
Door here, door here.
Is the east door, as from the camera view, is that the back door?
This one. This one's the front door.
That's what I call west. So try the east door, the back door, and see if you can sneak in.
You walking around that way? Okay, so
Right, is there anyone else? Are we doing it as a party?
I'm gonna go to the little building on the west.
This one.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do there, Mercer? You gonna...
Well, what is it? That building?
This building, it looks to you like it's a dwelling.
Cool, so I can go. Whoops, I dropped my pen there. So I can just like go inside, just inside. So I'm like out of main view.
Well, as you head to the door, it is locked.
Somebody could be like, what the fuck? Okay. Okay.
Can I move somewhere?
Yeah, where do you want to go, Ezra?
Okay. So the meeting point is where those boxes and barrels are.
Around here.
On
around here, yeah.
What corner was it?
This corner here.
Yeah, so the diagonal to that, where the boxes and barrels are,
Yeah.
That's where we are.
so it's like behind the other building.
You're currently there, yeah.
Yeah, we could just stay there. That's pretty close. I'll just lean up against the wall, hand
Yeah.
in, cloak, whatever, just like chilling.
Just chilling. All right, you're
The
chilling
trick
there,
to not
Ezra.
look dodgy when you're doing something dodgy is to just chill and don't think about being dodgy. Just chill.
Just don't think about it.
This is fine. This is just a pickup, you know? This is just a pickup. No big deal.
I'd like to think in
Yeah,
your
my
head.
plan was just to sort of like stand in like in the door of the little building and just like with a drink or something, just like I'm supposed to be there, like I'm just hanging around
inside the building.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, now I know I can't
Believe
get in,
you're
so I'll just
supposed
hang
to
out
be
in front
there,
of it.
and then you will look more natural.
So do you want to hang out over here, Ezra? Mercer?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got some water. I've got a water flask. I can look natural.
Alanthea,
Just making sure I've got
Charles, what would you like to do?
Go in the back door.
This one or this one?
No, the east. So that one, yeah. No,
No, not that one.
This one.
The one furthest away from me, yeah.
All right. So as you approach that door, Alanthea, it is locked. What would you like to do?
I'd like to listen to it. Not the door, but through the door.
Tell me your sorrows, O door.
I used to be a tree, and then they did this to me.
As you listen to it, you can hear on the other side somebody go.
I'm going to knock on the door.
Okay, so as you knock on the door, a little hatch on the door slides to one side, and you can see a couple of really bloodshot eyes looking at you, and they go, "Password."
And I'm going to cast my befriend spell.
Oh. I am
I'm
here
not
for that.
going to cast my befriend spell. I'm going to get a 19 instead. So I am going to say good.
Before
good
you
day.
say that, they go, "You're a wizard."
Why would I be a wizard? You can't even see my hand.
I did just see your hand. You just did something with it. Were you trying to charm me or something?
I'm going to stick him in the eye with my staff through the hole as hard as I can.
You don't know how many people are in that bit.
Okay, so
Are we about to enter combat way too soon? I feel like we might be.
Possibly.
On a random.
If I make him angry, he'll open the door. And if he opens the door, then we can get in.
You rush him, yeah.
all right. So
before we get through the door.
can you make a fighting check, please?
A what you check?
I'm so glad fighting. I'm
Fighting
so glad
check,
I'm
please.
round the corner away from this.
Have we got
I
fighting?
can't even see it. Ezra can at least sort of see you guys, but I'm just over here like, oh, waiting by
I
this
can just
door.
pretend I'm not looking.
When you say
I don't want to get involved.
fighting check, do you mean like strength check?
No, a
There's
fighting check.
There's a fighting skill. It's the third one down.
Oh yeah, so it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've made a check. Do you want me to tell you that I failed it?
Well, I'd like you to tell me that. Yeah, but
Yeah, I failed it.
okay.
I'd like you to tell him that you succeeded.
So as you do that, the hatch just slides back shut, and you hear in elves off.
Right, I'm going to run round the front and knock on the front door really quick.
What did they?
This is
Oh
hilarious.
my god!
So going round here,
Yeah, I'm
Charles,
gonna
can you
knock on
please
the
get your
door.
girlfriend to step in?
and you're
Oh
knocking on
no,
that
I'm
door.
enjoying
Can I
myself.
drag Charles really quickly without even saying what I'm doing? Just like grab Charles, run round, stick Charles in front of the door, and then knock on the door and step to the side.
Make a persuasion check to see whether you can do that. And Charles, you can counter this, so you make a persuasion check as well, please.
Oh no, I'm totally willing to do it.
Totally
yeah.
willing to do it. That's all right.
That's
Oh, yeah.
fine then.
Charles has nothing but faith in his own abilities.
So Charles is here, and Alanthea's just knocked on the door,
Yeah.
and you hear this voice go, "Yeah."
Hi.
We're here for the event.
Event? There is no in event.
Yeah, there is. Little
no.
run.
No, I'm looking at the
It's a
diary
magnificent
right
man.
right now. There is no event tonight.
Now, what's this? I mean, what's this thing down here on the floor? I thought this was for the event.
No event tonight. You might want to come back later, friend.
Oh. Well, what night's the event then?
Well, you could be anybody, couldn't you? I'm
Well,
not going to
let's
tell
go-
you
Keep
that.
him distracted and I'll sneak round to the other door.
Unless you open the door, how are you going to know if I'm anybody?
Charles, just so you know, I am close by now, so if you actually need help.
At that point, the slidey door bit slides open again and goes,
Charles, duck.
I don't recognise you. I'd recognise you if you're here for an event, and there ain't no event.
Well, what
No,
event-
no,
what
she's
other-
the master of disguise. She's
You
here
mean
for the
the alien?
disguise event. It's a big secret.
I just round the corner like,
Yeah, but the boss has said there's nothing going on tonight, so why would you want to come
Yeah,
in?
it's the disguise event.
Can Ezra now
event
go
itself
to
is
the door
disguised.
where everyone
It's
is
a meta event.
and push everyone out the way
Yeah.
and go, look, I'm sorry my colleagues are messing me about. We're here to see someone about a tablet. Do you know anything about that?
And as you say that, the person says, tablet. No.
okay, I'm gonna come back round the corner, but like not go up to the door yet, but I'm definitely getting closer.
Yeah, look, we
Thank
were sent
you.
a letter.
Here.
You need to let
Oh, Ali's here. Oh, good. Thank God.
Is she?
yeah,
That's what I was trying to say.
in the
Thief to properly just go in now.
Oh, yeah, she's there.
we can distract them at this door. She can go down to the other side and like lock pick it and go in.
Yeah.
Hello, Ali. Just in time,
Oh
Ali.
my God.
Oops, she's still connecting to audio.
Too sweet.
Yeah,
Oh, thank God you're here, Ali.
Oh,
she's
can't-
hold on, she's connecting to audio still. So she's just gonna be like, what?
So, the person
Come on, Ali,
goes,
look at the screen.
look, I don't know anything about a tablet, and there is no event. And to be honest, I wouldn't let you lot in anyways. And then they just slide the shutter back.
There's right. Can we stop
All right.
knocking on the
No,
door, guys?
wait,
We're
I
gonna
have
get
an
gutted.
idea.
Wait,
No,
we need to
is
wait.
it a wooden
for him.
building? Is the building made of wood?
You're
It
not
is.
setting it on fire.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It
That was
is.
exactly what I thought.
It is wattle and daub,
You need to be in the building. Don't set on fire.
but it is also
I
quite
thought-
substantial.
I thought we were here to
Hold on.
pretend to do a shady deal. Why are we trying to break
hell?
in?
No, dude. We're doing a shady deal on the corner.
do
They're
the
trying to get in
shady
the building
deal.
so they can hide up on the roof in case they need to join combat from far away.
All this for that?
Yes.
What?
Let's just
Why-
hide somewhere else.
Somebody catch me up. Why are we doing a shady deal?
For the
We
tablet.
are selling that tablet to the guy, and then we're going to kill the guy and take his money.
Oh my gosh,
Because we're giving the tablet to Max.
So,
Because the
came
guy
up
that Kiana.
you came up with that without me. I'm so proud of
No, it's the guy that Kiana was giving the tablet to when we met Kiana, and we bought all those people. It's that guy.
Okay.
He's not here yet, though.
so
let's just do it.
Mercer, as you say that, you can hear muffled behind the door.
No, I didn't say that.
Something about a shady deal and a tablet.
Okay,
They're doing
Yeah.
what?
tablet thing. Hold on. Can I just ask out of thing real quick?
I'm gonna
Do you
set it
actually
on
know what this
fire.
building-
I'm setting the building on
Charles,
fire.
Wait, I'm asking.
Charles is setting
as
the building
a
on
not-
fire.
No, he's
I'm
not.
rolling,
I'm asking out
Lars,
of
I'm
character.
rolling.
Shut. No, you're not.
Lars,
So-
I got a 1.
Oh, man.
I need to ask Lars. Do we know what this building actually is?
You don't know what this building actually is.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Nobody's-
It's on fire.
Nobody's asked Kiana what this building actually is, but she would probably know.
Okay, I would love to ask Kiana what this building is as Charles is like setting it
Yes.
light. I'm just gonna be
Right.
like, hey.
So
She's gonna be like, it's a baby
as you
hospital.
look at Kiana, it's like her jaw has just hit her chest. She is
Like,
absolutely
please
shocked. And she's like,
What is this?
"You're mental, that's the Thieves Guild."
Oh, yeah, don't piss them off.
So,
Um,
Set it on fire.
And the doorway is blazing. It
Ooh.
is alight.
Can I now go round to the other door, please?
so I'm kind of guessing in that case.
And
that
knock on the door.
Now that we know
Because I
that,
haven't been to the door yet.
You can, but there is no answer. And
Oh, I was gonna be like, dude, the front door's on fire.
just as you
I
left
want to
that,
open the door.
you can hear two confused people going, "In hell, they've just set fire to the indoor."
Oh dear.
Oh my God, I
how's
haven't
Hayden
nobody
about
knows
all
that I'm
this?
involved.
The Thieves Guild.
And at that point, you can see, walking down the alleyway, there is a group of 4 individuals in cloaks.
Oh, I'm going to run round the corner. Run round the corner.
Can
Quick,
I
the
can I
corner.
go back up to where we started, where those barrels and boxes are, please? From where I am.
Really?
Hold on. Which
Everybody, hi!
hold on. Which direction is this group coming from?
Because they definitely
Like on the map.
haven't-
Can you just
they-
like point to it?
They definitely haven't seen you. Well, there's one there.
Well, yeah, because I'm not over there. I'm around the other side. So I just plan to pop back up.
Can
So where are you
run round the
going?
corner?
I want to go back up to where we started, not at the other door. You know, the barrels and boxes that we're not meeting at. The other
We're going
side.
to walk right in front of them.
That depends which way they're facing.
Well,
And they
if
have
they're
no reason
walking-
to believe I was staying behind that building. I
unless
could
they're walking
hide,
back,
I'll never know.
walking towards us.
Kiana
Yeah,
was
and I'm not
next-
over there.
Kiana was next to you, Charles.
Oh, I thought you were in that other room.
No, I'm over at the
Well,
back door now, trying
Me
to let
and
them know that the
Alanthior, I
building's
guess,
on
will
fire.
just run into the Thieves Guild.
No,
The door's
no,
not
no.
open, dude.
And-
Let's talk about it and what run into a burning building. No, let's
How
go
have
down.
you lived as long as you have?
The lead person here shouts out to Kiana, "Kiana, what's all this?"
Oh, this is your fault. You brought her along.
No, this is on purpose.
Don't
No,
mind us. We've got
This is
it.
my fault, but
Guild.
probably more because I set the building on fire than because I brought Kiana along.
That's
I
doubly
think
your fault.
Fine if you hadn't set the door on fire.
I'm going to turn to them and drop into like a really bad, like, "Oi, all right, love," sort of thing, and go, "Don't mind us. We've got a problem with the Thieves Guild. Do whatever you've got to do, but we want to sort our issues with this bastard bunch." And then and I'm going to walk off round the corner.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Actually, no,
follow
I'm gonna keep
Matcholi.
Yeah,
banging on the
I'll
door.
Are you
follow.
all
Looking
doing that?
tough.
Yeah.
So
Can I go back up to the barrel?
as you do that, Tom,
Yeah.
Alanthea, Kiana, you see just out of the corner of her eye, just winks at you.
Yeah, she's my bitch
Oh.
now.
And she starts heading off towards meeting with these guys.
Can we get
Can I
So
go up
you hear the
to-
conversation,
Please, can I move?
and the lead person
I don't wanna be
says,
by the Thieves Guild anymore.
"Where do you want to be, Mercer? Where have you moved to?"
You know when we got here and we were all hiding before we hid?
What, here?
If that makes yeah,
Yeah.
I want to be there. I want to be
Alright.
back over there. Don't
So-
say
We
that's
all
the
just stood
place
there
to-
until these guys showed up. Why did we even start beef?
I want you to make a stealth check, please.
Poor
I have no
Lars.
reason
He
to
just wants
think
to
I'm
run his campaign.
suspicious. I
Does
could
the
just be
shape
walking past
deal?
the buildings.
We burned down the Thieves Guild instead.
No, make a stealth check, please.
Oh well, I failed it, but I'm okay with that. I don't really have a plan, but I can make
So-
one.
As you head out around the corner,
Mm-hmm.
you hear the conversation go something like, "Have you got what we asked you for?" And Kiana says, yeah, I've got it. And then you hear the conversation stop and say,
Sorry, I have my hood up.
Who's that?
I'll just pop out and be like, "Hi, protection."
Okay.
Insurance!
Okay.
Kiana insurance.
At which point, the person in the front just pushes Kiana straight over. Kiana's sprawling
Alright.
on the floor. And what
How
would you
far
like
away
to
am
do?
I? How many squares away am I?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. I moved 10 places. I would like to walk straight up to him with my axe out, please, and I am taking this way because you're all behind the building. I'm gonna do some like war cry as I swing it, so you all know that something's gone horribly wrong. Oh dear God!
Okay.
Oh, no.
What did you get?
I got a nat 20.
Oh dear.
Hey.
Okay.
Flip over. Go to swing, flip over and fall on the floor.
So as you swing, you actually do fall on the floor, and the people around start kind of they start to laugh and go, they must be pissed.
Okay, well, I made sure to yell so you're behind the building know something's happening. Please, somebody hear me.
I'm
No,
going to try and
they're
hold
laughing.
it back.
We have
I
to
reckon
roll
that's
with
a
it.
Situation. I reckon
Yeah,
that's
yeah. Roll with it.
a situation.
But
So
I'm
I
now
hear
on
them
the
go,
floor.
they must be pissed, and I stagger out from behind the building.
Oh no.
And I'm
Yes!
like,
Oh.
and I,
Please tell me you're wearing a cone on your head.
of course I'm wearing a coat on my head.
Of course. And there's not even cones around in medieval times, but you're still wearing one. Okay, so you stagger out.
Self-respecting drunk wizard.
Can you be less aggressively drunk though? Can you be a cheerful drunk?
Not when we're fighting.
Ezra
I'm
Bagsy's
not
being the
actually
sexy drunk.
Mom.
You are a priest.
Hagen, where would you like to be?
Even better. Character development.
Hagen, you haven't yet let us know where you are. Would you like to let us know where you are?
Okay, I want to be as
Hagen.
far away from the thieves, stroke assassins, stroke clowns in the cloaks
As far away?
as I can get.
Okay, there's a number of options. You could be behind a load of barrels here. You could be behind a load of barrels here. Or you could be back past your drunken friends.
Do any of the barrels contain like rum?
Actually drunk.
Rum?
Yes.
They're all sealed, so you wouldn't be able to tell at the moment.
Oh, how thoroughly annoying. Do any of the barrels have any like symbols on them that indicate they may contain, for example, rum?
We have a bit of a rum obsession here. No, there is no indication that they could be rum.
Damn it. I'm going to be like at the barrels, like over by the drunken people, because I don't want to be cornered on my own by the thief, stroke assassin, stroke clowns.
Right here?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. All right. So, Charles, is there anything that you're saying as you're walking out, staggering out?
Be a happy drunk.
Yeah, I'm being like, hey,
That's
we're here to
better.
make a deal, right?
Okay.
How many ducats
To
was
To make
it?
a deal, right?
Okay, make a persuasion check, please.
Wait, how many ducats was it? I'm not done with my speech.
Sweet.
I think we said 50 ducats. Yeah, 50 ducats it was.
Yeah, so he's like, 50 ducats, right? We got this tablet for you. Figured we'd drink it, eh? And then he like goes over. And he
So
makes
Charles
a
is
persuasion check.
Gonna
walking
help
over.
either of us off the floor at this point? Or are you just gonna?
No, I'll kick
Who
you
has the
for going
tablet right
past
now? Who actually
I
has the
got
No
a
tablet?
idea.
3, so I passed my
actually don't know.
persuasion check.
Do we even have the tablet? I didn't think we bought it with the. Oh wait, no, because we picked it back up because we realised we would need it, right?
Mm.
Well, I don't have it.
I'll
Okay.
have it
I
in my cloak.
passed my persuasion.
All right,
Charles,
so
do you have the tablet?
Ezra's got it, and you are now
I've
up
got it.
to here. Kiana has picked herself up off the ground, and so has Mercer. and you made your persuasion check. So you kind of hear the lead person say, "This is going to be easy." And they say, "Yes, elf, what do you have to say?"
Well, they're not very nice, are they?
I say, money, then you get the tablet. My
Oh,
friend
no.
Ezra's back there with the tablet. He's behind the corner. He'll wave it. From behind the corner, he's going to wave it so that you know that we've got it. And then you are going to give us the money. And then we will tell him, and he's very fast. Okay, you have to understand about my friend. He's very fast.
I'm
So if
sorry.
we give a shout that you're not going to give us the money,
Speeching right now.
Never
You'll
show
you'll
them the
never tablet.
goods.
What because if we don't show them?
I think we're going to need to see the tablet a bit closer than that. This is a dark
Oh.
alley.
no.
Closer.
You just need better eyes, mate.
Lars,
Lars,
can I go round to the
Yeah.
back? The other corner.
while this is all happening, can I go back around the back of the building?
Me too.
Yeah, we'll go around the back of the building and then all the way continue.
I
Back
tried to
past
do
the
that,
next
but you have to
building.
make a stealth
I'm
check.
Down to here.
I'm staying
Yeah.
because they might spot us.
No, Ezra,
Oh,
I
okay.
need you to wave the tablet around the corner
No,
of the
because
building.
that's not.
Yeah, but this way he can still wave around a corner and he's closer, so they can't complain.
No, because we were gonna just
All right.
sneak up and hit them.
So as you
We're
get
gonna
to
pretend
here-
to do
here,
first, and then we're gonna kill them.
as you get to here, you hear the person say, "I can't see."